talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It is gone. It is bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with Eric, Chaos Chris, Dalt, and Ballpark Tommy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
What a exciting game. Very exciting pitching wise. Absolute dominant performance for a debut tonight from Mick Abel. Really boring though on the offense side. I mean, it really was not an exciting game with the bats. I mean, it was a 1-0 game. So for the Phillies to really have Mick Abel put on such a performance tonight to keep them in the lead with a 1-0 start and keep that in the entire game is really, truly something, and just shows that Philadelphia is better than Pittsburgh, baby. But what's up, everybody? Eric, also known as Shard, here with the 302 Birds post-game show. And we got two gentlemen coming on, joining us. Jack, Dalt, what's going on, gentlemen?
How are you? I mean, honestly, a great start for Mick Abel. I know his family's really happy to see it. His extended family now, the Philadelphia Phillies fans, are just as happy to see it. Jack, how'd you feel about all of it?
You know, it was a great starting for Mick Abel. Everyone was super excited. I mean, before the game or after the game was done, all the fans stuck around to hear him talk. So really shows you that there's some kind of hope for these Phillies pitching. So Mick Abel was pitched a gem today for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And we have a lot to talk about. We have some breaking news. I guess not really breaking. It's been out for a few hours, but got a few things to talk about. First thing I kind of want to bring up is Mick Abel. I mean, he was absolutely able to deal. See what I did there?
Woo!
But just absolutely amazing start. Paul Skeen's girlfriend is not with him anymore. She's dating Mick Abel now. So, you know. But no. I thought it was absolutely dominant. I said yesterday I did not expect Mick Abel to really come into this game and pitch lights out, and I'm 100% glad to be wrong. I really thought he was going to be able to come in this game and maybe keep the Phillies in it, but I did not expect it to be this dominant. I really thought that he was going to get nervous, that the crowd was going to get to him. He was just going to let himself get crushed. And for him to come in, pitch 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs, no walks, 9 strikeouts is absolutely insane. And the Phillies have existed for 142 seasons. Shout out Jeff Kerr at CBS. This is coming from him on Twitter. But Mick Abel tied Kurt Simmons for the most strikeouts for a Phillies pitcher in a debut in franchise history. So Simmons did it in 1947. The Phillies have not had a pitcher debut with 9 or more strikeouts since 1947. Abel has the most for the Phillies in the divisional era. That is absolutely insane to go that long and have that big of a hiatus without debuting somebody. I said it last night. This is the first time this season that the Phillies have debuted a guy from AAA. Every other team in the MLB besides the Phillies debuted up until this point. So now everybody's debuted somebody. But again, I know Rob Thompson had said that they were going to call up Mick for this game and then send him right back down. I don't think you do that. There's no way that you can send him back down after tonight. And I get it. People are going to say, oh, it's the Pirates. They're 15-32 now. They're not good. They fired their manager, blah, blah, blah. They're going to pull out all the excuses in the book. But again, there's just no reason why right now, you don't know how long Nola's going to be out. Don't send him down. Let him go again when his next start in the rotation is. See what he can do. See if he can remain dominant. And then you send him down after that if Nola is able to come up and actually be good. I highly doubt it. But you can't send him down. I mean, what do you guys think?
No way in hell you can send him down. I definitely agree. When you go out and set a Phillies record in your debut, there's absolutely no way in hell that you can send this guy down. I think honestly, and you said it in the Phillies group chat today, Shardy, you're going to revolt and get upset that if the Phillies get rid of Mick Abel or Andrew Painter, and I'm with you, because when you think about those two names, that's really the only young talent and future that they have. Like, we'll go back and look at this video, May 18th, 2025. And if you want to talk about who will the Phillies be of the 2020s, of the 2030s, it's hypothetically, as of right now, the leaders in the pack are Mick Abel and Andrew Painter. So the Phillies really can't afford to get rid of this young talent. And I feel like today shows the Phillies that Mick Abel is able, as Shard said earlier, but he's able to just be at that MLB level. He's able to play at a higher level than he was before. And why would you take him out now? Like, let him get the experience. Let him keep doing what he's doing. If he makes a couple mistakes and starts playing bad, then you can send him down. But with everything with Alvarado right now and all of that situation, why wouldn't you want a young guy to come up in here and step up right now more than ever?
Yeah, I mean, you guys said it pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, I mean, Mick Abel played very well today, pitched a great game, and the fact that the thought of sending him back down makes no sense. I mean, I'm sure this guy after today's game, he has utmost confidence. So if you put him down, drop him down, that confidence is going to go out of here, and we're going to have him, bring him back up later in the season. He's not going to pitch well. So I think, like Shardy said, keep him in the rotation as is, and allow him to stay up. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I know, we were kind of talking about it earlier, and this kind of leads us into our next topic with Jose Alvarado being suspended for 80 games. But I saw a lot of people on Twitter kind of saying that this was a trade showcase for Abel. This was a game for him to be able to come out, show what he was about, show what he could do, and really set him up to be traded. And I get it, with Jose Alvarado being suspended for 80 games for, they said it was for a weight loss drug. I'm still waiting for all the details to really come out because it's a little shady to me. But I mean, just overall, I would be really surprised if they trade Andrew Painter or they trade Mick Abel for a bullpen arm. Dave Dombrowski's not the smartest guy in the room. He's really just not that great of a GM, in my opinion. And again, I really do think that we could see Mick Abel being traded for a bullpen arm, especially now that Jose Alvarado isn't going to come back until, I think they said mid-August. And he can't even pitch the postseason, which I think is absolutely stupid. But here's what I want to say about the Jose Alvarado situation. Dave Dombrowski said that they apparently knew that something was up. He had a couple of failed tests before this one today. And MLB drew the final strike and said, nope, that's it. We're suspending you. But what I'm confused on, right, and I saw a lot of people say this online, how do you not have a guy or a girl or somebody at the facility who the players can go to, because apparently it was a weight loss drug, but how do you not have somebody that you can take these drugs to or this medicine or these substances to and say, hey, I want to try to lose weight. This is what I'm taking. Is it legal or not? That's what really confuses me, because you would think that they have somebody that's able to say, hey, you can't take this. This violates the MLB rules. If you take this, you're going to get suspended. That's just really what's confusing to me, honestly. And I don't know, man. What do you guys think about this situation? Because to me, it just seems really shady. And I'm going to see if I can find more information while you give your take. But I'm
You want
curious.
to give this one first?
Sure.
Here.
I mean, if Dombrowski said originally that there's been that he failed a bunch of tests, I think he should have been like, hey, like, am I allowed to take this? I'm probably something like Ozempic or something like that. And you probably should have went to the trainers or the athletic crew and be like, hey, I'm taking this drug. I want to lose weight, and it's Ozempic or whatever it may be. Is this is this legal for me to take? And then we can have avoided this. I don't know why it took him this long to figure out that what he was taking was against the law. So, I mean, it kind of starts with the Philly organization. They probably should have nipped it in the butt way before now, just to avoid this. So that's all I got to say.
It's frustrating too. Like, I know Kruk was pissed about it, and he was visibly upset about it on the post-game show. And he had talked about how great of a year Alvarado was having, but how frustrating it was and selfish that he did this. Like, his teammates have got to probably be upset. I think with Alvarado, and KJ in the comments here saying, do you think it was a language barrier? I don't think it was a language barrier. I think it was truly just like an unaware, I don't want to call it stupid mistake, but I just think a foolish mistake is maybe a better word, right? Like, Jack's right. When you're in the MLB, as Shardy said too, like, these guys are getting paid millions of dollars. They probably have a team pharmacist as well, or like a team physician, whatever you want to call it. Someone that specializes in this stuff and is like, here's a list of the yes, and here's a list of the no. Because in the MLB, the NFL, and any sports league, there is no gray area when it comes to that stuff. It's either you're in or you're out. So I'm just frustrated because he was having such a great year, and it feels like a really stupid mistake on his behalf. And like Shard said, it's like he can come back in August, but it's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want someone to come in here and throw off the mojo then. So I am all on the Mick Abel train right now more than ever.
Right. And I'm going to pull this up just so everybody else can see it. This comes from Alex Coffee. If I'm butchering her name, I apologize. But Dombrowski said Alvarado tested positive a while ago. There were 2 subsequent negative tests after that. He believes it's not something Alvarado did knowingly. He said he was trying to take a weight loss supplement in the offseason, which led to the positive test. So again, here's where it's shady to me, right? Here's where it's absolutely shady. If he had a test a while ago that he tested positive for, and then he failed 2 after that, why did you not cut him off right there? Why did you not say, hey, you're testing positive for a substance that, again, you should not be taking? Why did Dave not say, nope, that's it, stop, don't take it? To me, it just seems shady that, again, they didn't cut him off. Like, it just screams red flags. And I'm sure there's going to be an investigation, and I'm sure more is going to come out from this. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't understand how, as a GM, you can come out and say that. And maybe it was a language barrier. I highly doubt it. But just red flags everywhere. Red flags just all over the place.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating for Alvarado. I know that he apparently found himself on a boat this offseason. Clearly that didn't happen, or maybe it did. He found steroids this offseason is clearly what it was, on or off the boat. That's to be debated. But it's really frustrating because I like Alvarado. I liked what he brought to the table. He seemed more confident. He seemed happier. He seemed mentally in a good place. And now we know that honestly isn't the truth. But on the flip side, it does mean more room for guys like Mick Abel. So time to get my jersey.
Yeah, I agree with you. But moving on from that, Phillies did win. I mean, just to get on some positives, Phillies did win 1-0, but man, was it a boring game offensively. Very, very boring. 3 hits, 27 at-bats, only 1 run. Surprisingly from Brandon Marsh. I know I keep crap talking Brandon Marsh, but he did score an RBI. And I just, I don't know, man. Like, it was just kind of boring all around. Brandon Marsh, I mean, he grounded out into a force out. Castellanos scored from third, but overall, Paul Skeens is he's a demon, dude. Like, he throws gas. He'll throw fastball followed by changeup, followed by more gas, followed by a changeup, and it really just throws these guys off. And at the end of the day, Mick Abel was really able to outduel Paul Skeens. I mean, Pirates didn't score at all, and they fall to 15 and 32, while we rise to 28 and 18. But overall, this offense just was terrible. Nobody other than Harper hit, who was 1 for 3. Castellanos was 1 for 3 and accounted for the 1 run. And Kepler was 1 for 3. Everybody else, I mean, Marsh had 1 walk. Nobody else walked, but 9 strikeouts. Again, just very, very slow, boring game. This game was not won by offense at all. It was won by the pitching and just by the pitching staff as a whole. But yeah, I mean, we won. We swept. Wawa's better than Sheets, apparently. So
yeah, we always got to bring it back to that, just to rub salt in the wound that we are better than Pittsburgh. But yeah, low run game was like watching paint dry, frustrating. And the biggest thing is a win's a win. A series win is a series win. But a series sweep, woo, feels that much better. I get to use my video now. Jack, how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I mean, we've struggled all season long with pitching, and clearly, even though it was a 1-0 win for the Phillies, our pitching held out, which we haven't really seen all season. And I mean, Romano, pitched very well in 9th inning. So yeah, a win's a win, a sweep's a sweep. But as we get later on in the season, we can't have these 1-0 wins, because any game from here on out, it could be, a 9th inning where they just hit 3 runs. So we just got to be aware of that and just keep on playing and win by at least 3 runs. So bats need to hit, and we need to step it up for sure. But like I said, a win is a win. Can't complain.
Right. And I mean, with that sweep, the Phillies are slowly gaining ground on the Mets. Mets are 29 and 17. Phillies are 28 and 18. So we are right behind the Mets, 1 game back. So with that sweep, it really put us par and par with the Mets. I do think that the Phillies, I mean, if we can continue to play good and the Mets maybe lose 1 or 2 games here in the next week, we could take control of the division, even if it's for a couple games and the Mets take it back. But we'll see. I mean, again, for them to sweep, this is their 3rd of the season, because it was the Rockies, then it was I'm blanking on the second one. But this is the 3rd sweep of the season. So overall, great weekend, great series. But I will say this, I don't understand the MLB's thing with trying to push a rival weekend, because really, like, Phillies and Pirates are not rivals at all. I understand it's like a state thing, but all this weekend I saw that it was just, it's rival weekend, and there's like the Ohio Cup, and there's like a whole list, and I can't think of all the teams because it's honestly dumb. That's how dumb it was. I can't really think of all the rival teams that they had, but I mean, again, for them to sweep was it was huge, and I feel like this is just a confidence booster for this team. Long live the poop game.
Get ready to hit the poop deck, Pittsburgh, mateys. Arg! I had to pull that one out for Mac because I know he's out here in the comments saying, Jack, Doll, get ready to get the pirate calls ready. So get ready to hit the poop deck, Pittsburgh, mateys. But yeah, I mean, you're right, Shard. I feel like the Battle of Pittsburgh, some people really care about, some people really don't care about. But I will say this. The people that do care about it, my girlfriend is one of them. they hate Pittsburgh, and same with the people from Pittsburgh. Like, they hate Philly. Like, you would think that it was the Dallas Cowboys or the New York Mets, sometimes the way that these people speak on Pittsburgh. And I'm like, hey, y'all forget, like, we're in the same tax state. Like, we're all the same people. So even though I don't like Pittsburgh necessarily, I will say I respect Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh is a great sports city. They got great sports fans. That actually might be a topic later tonight. I want to appreciate your input, foreshadowing, but who has the most comparable fans to Philly? And when I was thinking about it earlier, I'm like, Pittsburgh fans are in a lot of ways like Philly fans. So I'll say congratulations to the Pittsburgh Pirates for getting swept and hitting the poop deck. It's going to be a long, long time for you guys before your city's good at anything. It's Philly's time now. You guys had your era in the 80s, 70s, 90s, and 2000s, and so on and so forth. All right? It's finally our time.
Yeah, all I want to say is I feel like any team we play, any Philadelphia sports team we play, I mean, it's always some kind of rival, whether it be big, whether it be small. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to keep piling on the sweeps because these games will matter come October. So just make sure these bats, come alive. Maybe Tommy back on the show. We'll see an increase in Phillies ball because they have been struggling lately. But yeah, I mean, it's good to get this sweep, and yeah, we'll see what happens, later throughout the whole season.
And can you give me an arg because you didn't know?
Arg, matey.
Thank you.
I just want to say this for my betting people before we kind of wrap up here. But I just, if you want a day to bet on a Nick Castellanos home run, Joe Biden just got diagnosed with very aggressive prostate cancer. So if you want a day to bet on a Nick Castellanos home run, it's got to be tomorrow. It's got to be tomorrow. I mean, look, I don't want to make joke of the situation, but Nick Castellanos always hits home runs when it's very bad news. So I'm just putting it out there. People are going to hate me for that. I don't care. But you look at every time he's hit a home run, it's always been tragedy. So, hey, man, we'll see. But all in all, Phillies win 1-0. We got nothing else for you. And looking at the games coming up, I don't think that the Rockies have announced their pitching. I lied. They have tomorrow, 8:40 start. 8:40 start. We are going to Coors Field. We always have some Rocky. See what I did there? Rocky starts there, but
all the tricks tonight.
But tomorrow, 8:40 at Coors Field, Christopher Sanchez against Kyle Freeland. Christopher Sanchez, left-handed pitcher, 4-1 on the season, 2.91 ERA with 52 strikeouts. Going against, like I said, Kyle Freeland, left-handed pitcher, 0-6 on the season, 6.15 ERA with 35 strikeouts, which means the Phillies are going to give him his first win tomorrow because that's always what the Phillies are able to do. So we'll see what happens with that. None of these pitchers coming up for the Rockies are really, in my opinion, that good. I mean, you got Antonio Senzaletta, 1-7, 6.39 ERA on Tuesday against Luzardo. On Wednesday, it's Taijuan Walker against Carson Palmquist. So again, I don't know, man. I don't think this is going to be a very exciting series, and it's a 4-game series. I didn't actually know that. I thought it was a 3-game. So, yeah, we'll see. But again, Phillies win 1-0. Got nothing else for you. So on that note, roll the outro. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Have a good one.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! It's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
podcast right here.